What did this neighborhood used to be like regarding the people who live here?
The neighborhood was, we had different races. Everybody was pretty friendly. I lived across the street from a park. It was pretty safe to stay out late by yourself.
Did there used to be different races living in this area than there are now?
I think it's mostly Hispanic and half Caucasian now.
And what was it like when you were younger? Was it the same?
No, I think there was a little bit more diversity. There was African American, some Asian.
What were the schools like when you were growing up?
I went to a Catholic school about a block away from my house, which was different. It was diverse, but the other schools, from what I heard from my friends that went to the public schools, were about half Caucasian, half Mexican.
What sort of reputation did they have?
I want to say at that time when I was younger that they weren't very good. I used to hear about a lot of fights, a lot of bullying, um, Hispanics trying to get kids into their gangs, so it wasn't very safe.
Did Imperial Beach used to be a richer neighborhood, a poorer neighborhood, or about the same?
I think it was never poor, but it wasn't a rich neighborhood. It was probably in the middle.
What was your view towards Imperial Beach when you were a little kid?
I lived across the street from a park. It was a whole block. I met all types of kids and people, adults too. It was pretty friendly. I would say it was the best time of my life. I met all kinds of people and we always felt safe and everybody was always nice and happy.
What's your view towards Imperial Beach now?
It's changed a lot. I think everybody more or less keeps to themselves. It's still pretty safe, I feel, in the area I live. It's probably mixed Caucasian, Mexican still, but there's more military, and I think they're building a lot more now.
Did you ever used to be close with your neighbors?
I wouldn't say close, but we were friendly. We knew our
Mm-hmm.
neighbors, at least the three neighbors on each side of us.
Do you feel like that's different now?
Yes, I feel like everybody keeps to themselves because it's more, everybody's always scared. They don't know who to trust.
How do you think this neighborhood has changed overall?
Well, we don't have a park across the street. They built houses 20 years ago. And they're building houses where the high school that I went to used to be the Catholic high school. Now it's going to be 200 homes. So that's changed. It's going to change a lot in the next few months. There's going to be a lot more people. So I don't know if that's going to be better or worse for crime. I think that they fixed up the beach. They put a Marriott and they're building another hotel there. There's more small businesses, more military. So I think the families are like middle. So there's more money now.
Do you think that the changes being made to Imperial Beach have anything to do with the races and ethnicity of the people living here now?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the races. I think it has to do with education, though, like the people that move here and the military.
Do you think that this has affected the quality of the schools in this area?
Yes, I think my children haven't went to the public schools here, but from what I've heard, the high school and the middle school have gotten better. They have more programs, better teachers in place.
How have the schools in this area improved or worsened?
I think they've improved. Like I said, they're more focused on the students, and I think they've gotten the parents more involved. 20 years ago, the parents weren't involved as much, and the teachers didn't care as much, I don't think.
What was your childhood in Imperial Beach like?
I had the best childhood. Like I said, I lived across the street from the park. So after school, I would come home and I would go to the park. The We had coaches at in that time, that they were kind of like mentors for us. They would teach us all kinds of sports. We had every type of sport that you could think of. We would go on field trips to the beach in the summer, Wild Animal Park, the zoo. It was a really fun time. Everybody got along.
Have you ever experienced any sort of racial segregation in this neighborhood?
No, I think, as far as I know, I've never witnessed that in this neighborhood.
What do you think are some problems that people experience in Imperial Beach?
I haven't heard very much of any problems. I guess there's, like every other city, there's some crime. It's not that bad. I think they need to probably have more police at night. From what I've heard, the cars get broken into in some areas, but we have never had that problem where I live.
Do you think that there's any specific ways to fix these problems?
I think that we would have to raise taxes to be able to have more police patrolling at night.
In what ways do you think that the schools in Imperial Beach have changed over time?
I think that they have better programs now. I think that the money, maybe because the people that live here have more money now, they're able to have better programs for the kids, and they care more about the students.
How do you think we can make the schools here even better?
I think if we have better programs in place, better teachers, after school programs, sports and music programs, if we brought made sure we had music programs, art maybe, um, languages, taught the kids languages after school.
What do you think are some things that make Imperial Beach interesting?
I think we're the most southwesterly city. We're the farthest beach south, and it is a beautiful beach. A lot of people haven't been here or have came to look at it. In 20 years, it's changed a lot. They've 20 years ago there was drugs in that area, and within a block of the beach there was a lot of drugs. They've cleaned all that up. It looks completely different on the beachfront. Like I said, there's a Marriott now, and they're going to build another big hotel there. You can actually walk through there at night, and it's safe. The houses are nicer than they were before. They've cleaned it up pretty well. And like I said, it's a beautiful beach.
And are you happy living here?
Yes, I have always loved living in Imperial Beach. I've always felt safe here. I used to go running at night. I don't know if I could still do that, but in the daytime, you can walk anywhere in the daytime. It's pretty safe.